Hello, and welcome to Faithfully Fit Forever exercise class. My name is Jim Smith, and I'm one of the leaders of the exercise class that until the coronavirus met 3 times a week, live and in person here at University Christian Church. Until that wonderful day comes that we can feel safe to meet again in person, our leaders thought that it would be a good idea to record some of our lessons and put them on the UCC's YouTube channel and encourage our exercisers to keep exercising in the privacy and the safety of their homes. With that in mind, just a little background of our class. Our Faithfully Fit is the result of some research that found that as we grow older, it's really important that we keep moving and exercising our body, mind, and spirit at a regular rate. And the good news is that research also showed that you don't have to exercise like you're training for the Olympics or going to run a marathon. It's just a nice, light exercise. The key is to do it on a regular basis. And so with that, we're about ready to start. During the class, we'll use a stretch band and hand weights and a good sturdy chair. If you don't have hand weights, you might check your pantry and you can get a couple of cans of green beans or something like that. Remember, it's light exercise is all it takes to get the health benefits. And if you don't have a stretch band, you can do most of these exercises by holding the weights in your hand and going through the motions of the things that I do with the stretch band. And then with that, I think we're about ready to start. Our first 2 parts of our exercise are warming up and stretching. So if you'll just start moving like you're walking, just move your legs, swing your arms back and forth. Pretend that you're walking around the room, walking around your house, walking around the block. The idea is just to kind of loosen up, get going. Now, as you walked a little bit more, just work our shoulders a little bit by pushing out as you walk. Push, push. You might walk backwards a couple of times. Push, 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 push. Now let's go up. Push up, push up, push up. When you push up, when you get to the top, squeeze. Make that fist. Keep exercising those shoulders. Now, as we're a little looser, let's get our steps up a little higher. Now get them up high enough about to your waist and give them a pat as you walk. All right, back to walking now. We're again to our shoulders. You want to roll your shoulders forward as you're walking. Just keep walking. Roll them backwards. Now we want to do something we call the lunge sometimes to work on our body strength. Just move out, try to get that front thigh about parallel to the floor, and then push back up. Other leg out. Push back up, other leg, back, other leg, back, one more, and back. Good, now let's go side to side. We want to swing our arms in front, swing them in back, side to side. Swing those arms, you can clap in the front, clap in the back if you want. Should be getting a little warmer, a little looser. Now we're going to cross in front. Just do it slowly, crossing back. Cross, cross, kind of like the grapevine. Now we're going to stretch our legs some more and get yourself as pigeon-toed as you possibly can. This exercise is one we say that the more awkward you feel, the better it's doing. Toes in, toes in. Walk, walk, walk. There to go. Keep it going. Then I'll point them out. Charlie Chaplin style. Walk, walk, walk. Good. Now back to the marching. Swing those arms. Now as you're marching, put one toe out, 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 out. Way to go. All right, now our last part of warming up, we're going to try to get our heart rate up a little bit. We're going to jog, like you jog in place. You can jog around your chair, jog around the room, whatever's more comfortable. It's a nice, easy pace. We're going to jog for about a minute. It's good to get our heart rate up a little bit. Sometimes it's good to vary your speed. You might speed up a little bit. Then slow back down. Push your arms out. Just keep your body moving. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yay, now we're going to jump to ourselves. Jump, 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 jump. Good, all right. Now a few minutes of stretching. You want to stretch up as tall as you can. Push yourself way up on your fingertips, on your tiptoes. All right, lower one arm. Then that arm that's up in the air, we're going to lean over as far as you can. Stretching. That arm that's up in the air, reach around, see if you can touch your ear. Okay, back up straight. Lower the other arm. Lean the other way. Lean, lean, lean. Reach around, touch that ear. Good. Stretch up again. Now we're going to bend at the waist. Droop down. Get your fingertips to the floor. Keep your knees soft, not stiff. And walk your fingers over to one side. Walk your fingers over to the other side. Back between your legs. Try to touch your heels. Now we're going to come halfway up. Hands on your knees. Your back flat. Now we're going to push our back down. Try to make a U shape. Sometimes we call this the cow. Some people even give it the moo sound to add a little to it. Okay, then we're going to arch it up as high as you can. Arch, arch, arch. Back down, moo. Arch it up. Up, up, up. Okay, one more. Down. And arch it up. Good. Slowly come up so you don't pass out. Roll your shoulders back. Roll forward. All right, our shoulders are important to keep loose as possible. Take one arm straight and then pull it across. Gotta put a little pressure on it, stretch that shoulder out. Then push that arm back. Good, other arm, pull it across. Push it straight back. Good, now clasp your hands behind you. Pull your shoulders back. Stretch them out. Good, now clasp them in front of you and push out. Good, now move to the back of your chair. Put your fingertips on the back of the chair, step a couple of steps away, and then bend at the waist. And push back. Stretch out that back. Okay. Stretch it out, should feel really good. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Now you're going to come up on your tippy toes and then push down on the back of the chair. kind of like a modified plank. Hold that. Keep breathing. Push up, push back, stretch out that back. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Back up on your tippy toes again. Push down. Push back up. And back out. Good. Now we're going to stretch out our legs a little bit. Put one foot out in front, foot behind you, kind of turn so it'll keep you balanced. Then tap your toe. You're going to pull that toe back as far as you can. All right, now we're going to pivot on that heel. We're going to go left, right, as far as you can. Stretch out those leg muscles. All right, good. Now, move your weight to the front. Put your two hands on that front knee and the foot behind you. Should have the toe on the floor, heel up in the air. Then press that heel down. You should feel a good stretch along the back of your leg. Kind of move yourself forward to give it an extra stretch. I'll give it a little knee bend. And come back up. Stretch it again. Good. All right, back up, other foot. Toe tap. Tap, tap, tap. Now pivot. Good, now move to the front. Stretch that leg out behind you. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Good, now let's stand straight and tall. Arms out to the side. We're going to take our right fingertips, move them down to our left toe, and then back up. Other fingertips, other toes. Back up. Good. Now, one of the things that we forget to exercise a lot of times are our hands and wrists, and that's very important. So put your hands out in front of you and pull your fingers up where you're making a claw. Just pull them up as tight as you can. Tight, tight, tight. Claw, claw. Now turn that claw into a tight fist. Tight as you can. Tight, tight, tight. Then out big and then wiggle them. Another claw. Make a fist. Out big and wiggle. Claw. Make a fist. Okay, now what we call the royal wave. Then hands out in front. Take opposite hand and pull those fingers back where you're bending the wrist. And bend it down. Then turn your palm up. Pull back. Other wrist, pull it back, down, palm up, pull it back. Very good. All right, now let's have a seat. Do some exercises from the chair. You want to sit as far forward as in the chair as you possibly can without worrying about falling out of the chair. Then lean back. The idea is that your way forward, then you have a long way to lean. Put your hands to the back of your head. Try to keep your back straight. Then we're going to do what we call a modified sit-up. You're just going to come forward, lean forward as far as you can, and slowly back. The key to all of our exercises is to do them slowly so that your muscles are working for as long a period of time as possible. But the next time you go back, go all the way back, relax, pull your feet up where your knees are at the 90, and pull yourself straight. Have your elbows sticking straight out. Then turn your upper body about 90 degrees and put your right elbow down to your left knee. And all the way back up. Left elbow right in. And repeat. As we always say, don't forget to breathe. We don't want anyone passing out. One more set. Good. Now stop. Cross your hands to your opposite shoulders where you're sitting like so upright, and then just using your leg muscles. Ease up out of that chair. Our leg strength is one of the first things that starts going as we move less. Then ease back down into that chair. Ease back up. Ease down. One more. Ease up. And down. Good. Okay, now that was the first two parts of our exercise that we do each time. Second part is our strength exercise. We'll start off with the stretch band. So hopefully you have a stretch band. Like I said, if you have the weights, you can hold those in your hand and do the motion for most of these. Loop the stretch band behind your back. Elbows down, grab back behind the handle somewhere, and then just slowly press out. And then just to slowly come back. Again, the key is slow and easy. You want your muscles doing all the work, not momentum. Very good. All right, now stop. Now we're going to push out to the side. Okay, now you're going to kind of get in your little boxer's crouch, and you're just going to push across your body. One more set. Very good. Now, take one end of the stretch band, hand in the handle, and then standing up straight and tall with your arm out to the side and your elbow at a 90. You should be looking at the back of your hand. Then grab the stretch band at your chest, and then just slowly push out. And then just to slowly come back. Push. And return. Push and return. Okay, one more. All right, now you'll stop. Now, right now you're looking at the back of your hand, pushing out. What we're going to do is change our grip so that we turn our hand around. Now we're looking at the palm of our hand. Instead of pushing out, we're going to pull out. One more. Good. Now let's work the other arm. Hand in the handle. Your arm out to the side, elbow at the 90, looking at the back of your hand, and then push out. Now when you're doing this, if it seems like it's really easy, then shorten the grip on the stretch band. If it's a little too hard, then lengthen it. You adjust it so it takes some effort to do it. Okay, one more. Okay, stop. Now, turn our grip around. We're looking at the palm. We're pulling instead of pushing. good. Now let's go back to the other arm. You want the hand in your handle and your arm up close to your body, and your stretch band draping down your front side. Grab it about your waist, and then we're just going to push straight up. Slowly back down. Push. And back down. Push. Back down. Push. And down. One more. Push. And down. All right. Other arm. Hand in the handle. Up close to your body. Grab that stretch band down about your waist. Push up. One more. Very good. Now, let's work our legs a little bit. You want to sit down in the chair. Again, set forward. Now your feet should be in front of you about a foot apart, and your toes up in the air so there's some space under your shoes. Both hands in the stretch band, and then lower it to the tops of your shoes. Should be laying on the top of your shoes. Then your hands are on the outside of your feet, and loop them around from the outside up through the middle so that the stretch band goes around your feet. Then pull it up tight, lean back in the chair. All right, palms facing each other. You're going to pull the stretch band back to your body and spread your legs at the same time. You feel a little stretch in your legs. Again, as always, nice and easy and slow. One more. Good. Now, point your toes together and turn your palms where they're down. Try to keep your toes pointed as much as you can, and we're going to do the same thing. Pull back, spread your legs. A little different muscles. All right, stop. Now, point your toes out and your palms up. Same deal. Pull back, spread your legs. Different set of muscles. Good. Okay. Now sitting up straight and tall. Both feet on the floor. Keep one foot stationary. Slightly lift the other leg off the floor and then pull out to the side. Pull. 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 There you go. One more. Good. Now put that foot on the floor. Other leg, pull it out to the side. Good. Now pull your feet up where your knees are at the 90. You're sitting up straight and tall. We're going to pretend that we're walking up some stadium stairs. Big step. Up as high as you can go. We're on row 98. One more step. Yay, we're there. All right. Last thing with our stretch bands, you want to hold the stretch band, both hands in the handles, and step in the middle of the stretch band. Standing straight and tall, arms down. We're going to do what we call the inside curl. You're going to lift the stretch band as far as you can, under your underarms, and slowly back. Lift. And down. Lift. And down. Lift. Lift. One more. And lift. Very good. Now turn your palms where they're facing out. We're going to do the front curl. Slowly come up and down. Lift and down. One more. Good. Now I think that's enough for the stretch band. Let's move to our weights now, our hand weights. So get your weights. You can. Again, standing straight and tall. Arms dangling down your side, palms facing your body. Let your shoulders slump down. And just working your shoulder muscles. Lift your shoulders high as you can. Pulling those weights up with you, and then push back down. Lift. And down. Lift. And down. Lift. And down. Lift them. Lift. One more. Up. Down. Good. Now we want to think of our shoulders kind of like a bicycle sprocket. You want to just roll one, the other one down, roll. Again, let your arms dangle. Just working your shoulders. Roll. Roll. Okay, stop. Now reverse. Good. Now, standing straight and tall, put one foot out in front. If you've got the right foot out in front, you want to have the weights that are in your left hand. You want to slowly lean forward and put that weight as close to the toe as you can, and then pull it back. Repeat. Lean and back. Lean and back. One more. Good. Other foot out in front. Other arm, other weights. Slowly lean. Put that weight to your toe. Pull it back. Lean and back. Lean, back. One more. Good. Now again, standing straight and tall. Weights in one hand, lift it up like you have a question to ask in the classroom. Only bend that elbow slowly back and press up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Other arm straight up alongside your head. Lean back. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Now next, a lot of times when we do this one, we have sound effects on it. This is our Hulk. You want to get in your little squat, your weights in front, and then when you pull back, give a holler. Supposedly that helps the exercise. Go wah, wah, wah. Pull it back. And one more. Rawr. Very good. All right, again, standing straight and tall. Arms dangling to the side. Like we did with our stretch bands, we're going to do the inside curl. Slowly lift and down. Lift and down. Lift one more. Good. Now keeping your palms facing each other, we'll do what we call the hammer curl. Just gonna slowly lift the weights up, slowly back down. One more. Very good. Now we're going to do an exercise that'll help our wrists a little bit. Your arms right out in front of you, weights in hand. Let your wrist drop down and then curl it up as far as you can. Roll it back. Curl it up. Roll it back. Curl it up. One more. Down. Curl it up. Good. Now, stand in front of your chair. Take your weights, kind of hold them on your shoulder. Be sure you're in front of the chair. It's awkward if you miss the chair. Just ease down into that chair. Slowly lean back. And again, extend your legs, keeping your back straight. We're going to do our sit-ups again, this time with the weights. Slowly lean forward and back. Lean back. One more. All the way back. Take a couple of breaths. Relax. Now this time we're going to take our right elbow and meet our left knee in the middle. And back. Other elbow, other knee. And back. Repeat. One more set. Very good. Pull your feet up where your knees are at the 90. Again, sitting way forward in the chair. Take a couple breaths. Now you want to pull yourself upright. Just using your leg muscles. Ease up out of that chair. Take a little baby step forward. Now we're going to bend at our knees and our waist as though we're going to sit down in an imaginary chair. Sit down, stand up, push the weights up, and down. Sit, stand, push. Sit, stand, push, down. Now moving back where you're in front of the chair. Ease back down on the chair, lean back. Again, take a breath. Okay, one more set. Pull yourself forward. Stand up. Little baby step. Sit. Stand. Press. Sit. Stand. Press. Sit. Stand. Press. Good. Weights down. Okay, enough of that. Put our weights away. Now our last part of the exercise part is working on balance. And balance is one of the critical things as we grow older. We start losing our balance if you don't work on it, supposedly starting about the age of 50. But you can improve it or keep from losing that skill. So we're going to do a number of balancing things. First thing we're going to do is we're going to push ourselves up on our tiptoes for a minute. Ready? Up on your toes. So you can stand still. You can walk around your chair. Further you push yourself up on your toes, the more you have to balance. You can walk around the room. That's 30 seconds, halfway there. "45 seconds. And 1 minute. Shake that out. Now, rock yourself back up on your heels. This one's a little harder. I have to move around. I can't stand still and do this one, but just try to stay on your heels, move around. Again for a minute. These are things that it's suggested that we can do all the time when we're at home. Have the counter somewhere close by to check your balance. "45 seconds, we're almost there. And 1 minute, very good. Check that out. Now our next balancing exercise, we're gonna walk heel to toe. You wanna put your heel to your toe and kind of walk across the floor. There's several different theories on this. Some people say you get your eye on something right in front of you or something on the wall. Heel to toe, heel to toe. And you can go backwards if you like. Now, to make it a little more balanced, you lift one foot before you put it down, keep it up in the air for a few seconds, and then put it down. Lift and down. Lift and down. Lift and down. One more. And down. Very good. Okay, now you want to move to where you're by your chair and you can put your hand on the back of the chair. You notice my shirt has a flamingo on it. This is our nickname for our class, the flamingos, because one of our balancing exercises that we do is stand on one leg, sort of flamingo style. So you'll, again, be by your chair so you can check your balance. You want to fall over, lift one leg, flamingo style. We're going to stand for a minute, hopefully. If you need to check your balance, check it, and then just keep trying to keep your hand off there as much as possible. "30 seconds, we're halfway there. Down the home stretch. Okay, just before our minute is up, let's swing that arm, that leg, pendulum style, back and forth about 10 times. Good, okay, let's kind of check that out. Now we don't know if flamingos stand on both legs or alternate or what, but we do both legs. So on your mark, get set, on the other leg. "15. "30. "45, we're almost there. Okay, before we finish, swing that leg 10 times. Whoop. Very good. Now shake that out. Now we're going to move back to the other leg again. Be by your chair so you can check your balance. We're going to put one foot out in front. One of the things that helps with our balance and keeps us from falling is to have flexibility in our ankles and strength in our hips. So this exercise is to work on that. Your foot out, turn at the ankle as much as you can, about 10 times one way. And 10 times the other way. Now you're going to turn at the knee a couple times. Back the other way. Now you're going to lift your leg so your thigh is parallel to the floor and then turn at the hip. This is one of our weakest areas. In the other way. Good. Check that out. All right, other foot. Turn at the ankle. 10. And the other way. Turn at the knee. Now lift that knee, turn at the hip. And the other way. Very good, check that out. All right, great. Now we're wind up with a few little stretches before we finish up. Stretch up, tall, swing over to the left, swing to the right. Standing straight and tall, hands on your hip. Turn and look behind you. Turn your neck, turn your head, turn the waist, and back forward. Turn the other way. Turn, turn, turn. And back straight. Now we'll work our neck a little bit. Tilt your head over to one side. Tilt the other way. Tilt back. Tilt back. Head straight. Now turn your head. Put your chin to your shoulder. To the chest. Other shoulder. Back. Back. Now this time while your head is over, just roll it across the front. Should feel good. Good. Now, one of our best stretching exercises, put one foot out in front, keep your feet flat on the floor. This is called the warrior. You're going to put both arms up. You're going to stretch up with your upper body and down with your feet. Stretch, stretch. You should feel a stretch over your whole body. Other foot out in front. Same thing. Stretch up, stretch down. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Good. All right. Arms out to the side. Little circles. As you work your arms forward, cross over, pull your arms up tight, pat yourself on the back. Now notice which arm is on top. Right, then arms back open. Now roll them backwards. Again, come together. Now this time make the other arm come on top. Pat yourself on the back. Congratulate yourself. Yay, you've done the exercises for our first recorded Faithfully Fit Forever. Now, we always like to wind up. As we mentioned, Faithful Fit is to exercise body, mind, and soul. One thing we can't provide on a tape is the social part of that. Hopefully you have that opportunity somewhere within your home. But we do have some tips and some thoughts for the day that we like to wind up with to end up. Our tip for the day is from the Blue Zone information. If you're familiar with them, they study people that all over the world seem to live a longer, healthier life than most, and then they've studied them and found out things that they do. So this research shows that it's better for us to break up our exercise movements throughout the day rather than doing one exercise and then sitting the rest of the day. And as you know, our society is kind of set up to encourage us to sit almost, it seems like. But if you can divide it up, walk around the room 5 minutes every hour, anything to keep moving and avoid sitting for long periods of time. Our environment generally doesn't encourage us to move, so find ways to nudge yourself into moving. Find ways like parking further away if you're going somewhere in your car, so you have to walk a little further. Walk 5 minutes each hour. Walk around the yard, walk around the block. So those are our health tip. Now our good thought for the day is being happy, which I think we can certainly need to work on now. If the state of the world is affecting our state of mind, we remember that happiness begins within. We have the power to rise above other influences and maintain an attitude of gratitude and joy. We can develop an attitude through our awareness and our oneness with God. Knowing God is always with us, we choose to see situations in the outer world as temporary conditions, not an enduring reality. We have the power over our thoughts and attitudes and can embrace that power today. So let's be happy. All right, as we wind up with our prayer, if you'll stop a moment, bow your head. Creator God, we ask your blessing on our exercisers today as we tend to our body, mind, and spirit. May we be inspired to pass on to others your spirit of compassion and mercy. May we never forget that no matter where we are on our spiritual journey, you are with us every step of the way. Amen.